Action underway once again here on Charter Communication, the hottest 30 minutes in professional wrestling today, talking about the wild world of wrestling. Tim Miller, a long hand here with Ben Simon and Sean Orleans for all the action. Kicking it off, the Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. Your favorite, Brandon Espinosa, Ben Simon, taking on AJ Williams.
Well, I don't know if he's my favorite all the time, but he sure as hell is a good wrestler. And it's great to be back at South Broadway. And what a way to start the night with this fantastic matchup for the Junior Heavyweight title. Man, look at these guys. AJ Williams, tonight, let me tell you, this guy, he was kind of brooding in the back, and I think he was saving up the energy. He is determined tonight. He has a fire in his eye, does AJ Williams, to take that gold from Brandon.
No question about it. Certainly, the belt's on the line, and what a way to kick off the program. 2 minutes into the episode, Ben Simon, and guess what? Wrestling returns to the South Broadway Athletic Club on Saturday night, July 13th, Christmas in July. We're going to have gifts galore, Fry Daddies, George Foreman grills, SB t-shirts, waffle makers. It's going to be unbelievable.
Brandon only slightly had to threaten us to throw in the shirt plug there, but, you know, they're great shirts. I love them, man.
No question.
If you notice, Tim, it's everything that you can cook with. So maybe we'll get some food out of that deal.
What do you think, Ben?
Hey, you know, I'm all down. Food's good.
And Sean kicking it off, the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Wow.
Great match to start off the card. I mean, Junior Heavyweight Champion Brandon Espinosa opened it up with a tremendous promo. Called out a lot of guys in the locker room. I'm not sure who specifically, but it just seemed like an all-points bulletin from St. Louis and all the surrounding states. Be on alert. Brandon Espinosa is calling you out and declaring his intentions.
Well, you know, Brandon Espinosa, he's no paper champion, Ben Simon. This guy defends his belt all over every time he's in the ring, putting it on the line. He travels all over the place. One of Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top-ranked wrestlers in the world. You can't say enough about the man.
Indeed. Nearly every Wednesday, this man travels. Whoa, look at that clothesline. Turn the man inside out. Nearly every Wednesday, Brandon travels to Louisville, Kentucky, Kentucky, to take on the best in OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling. That's Total Nonstop Action Wrestling's developmental group. And, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll see him on TNA Gut Check. We're going to see this guy on TV one of these days. I'm calling it. And he might still be the Junior Heavyweight Champ. The man's held it since December.
What are you talking about seeing him on TV? He's on TV each and every Friday, right here on Charter Communications, 6 p.m. What are you talking about? 8 and 89, Ben.
Cable TV, Tim. Worldwide, baby. You know it.
Well, we're worldwide, too. If you can't check us out there on Charter Communications, get online. Check us out there on YouTube. St. Louis Wrestling, that's where you want to go. Ain't that right, Ben Simon?
Yes, indeed. StLouisWrestling.com. Spell it all out. You'll get all the stories and rankings even, and we have a YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun.
And speaking of fun, the fans are really into this one. The opening contest, the MMWA Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. Scoop slam here, not enough power there to hold him up, and Espinosa with a cover, a 2 count. Referee Jay King in there, fast pace being established this quick on.
Indeed, and you know, it looks like AJ Williams, his leg went out or something. He picked Brandon up. I don't know if he's been nursing an injury. We know about his history of injuries here at South Broadway, and AJ looks like he's in some serious pain right now. Sean, did you see anything that I saw? It looked like Brandon just collapsed on top of him, and now Brandon is going to town with a spinning toe hold.
I noticed it as well, Ben. The leg definitely gave out. And Espinosa, a smart tactician, roll up 1-2, 2 count only. You got to admire the quick thinking of AJ Williams there. But Espinosa, like the smart champion that he is, senses that weakness, and he's been sticking to it. Gets rolled up for the 2, and now he's back to the leg. That's what you got to do if you want to retain a title here in MMWA. Get a weakness, smell blood, go after it.
Yeah, and now Brandon, look at AJ reverses it into the center of the ring, and Jay King only counts a 2. Very good points there, Sean. And Brandon Espinosa back on top. Both of these guys, like I said earlier with AJ, he was kind of brooding today. And with Brandon Espinosa, just completely in the other direction, the guy was furious in the locker room. It was just he's had a horrible day, and he's really taking it out on AJ Williams right now. He confronted a wrestler actually earlier today who thought he could hang with the guys at South Broadway, and Brandon really put him in his place. And I think he's really taking that on A.J. Williams right now, Tim.
I have no idea of what you are talking about, Ben Simon. I'm not sure.
It's a training gym. Oh, look at this. A.J. has on a sleeper, but Brandon goes back to that knee, and once again, and A.J. Williams, wow. Brandon is in a little bit of trouble there, and that'll get your heart racing right there. Right there for sure.
Absolutely, Ben. A.J. Williams is in a world of hurt here. He's got to get away. He's got to get out of the ring. Even if he does get some reverses, and he's getting in some good stiff shots here. Nice right hand to the jaw.
Oh, and there's another big punch to the face, and Brandon goes down. And A.J. Williams. Oh, a big knee to the face. And A.J. is on fire. Oh, look at that. Spine buster there from A.J. Williams. Tim, very impressive.
Very, very impressive, but he needs to get on top of this man. Go for the pin attempt here.
6 minutes down.
A.J. hobbling here, but he doesn't care. He's going to go for the high risk. He's going up top here, Ben Simon.
He is, and Tim, this could be dangerous. Whoa, especially because of that leg right there. And Brandon is going to make him pay for it. A superplex. Shades of Cowboy Bob Orton. Wow, this is going to be a big one. Take out the lights above. Wow, what a slam there from Brandon Espinosa. All he has to do is reach over his man, and he's got this one in the books for him. Brandon Espinosa wanting to head into his 7th month as the junior heavyweight champion here. He stormed back into South Broadway late last year and defeated Max Archer, and we haven't seen old Archer since. And Brandon is just the best I've ever seen him. And now he's going for that big punch. Look at that. Whoa, Annie. Whoa. AJ might be out with that. That was a big one. No, and he returns fire. Brandon Espinosa, another one. This time connects him on the neck, and AJ back. Whoa, look at these guys are just going back and forth. It's too fast to call. The comb over. Comb over. Brandon hit the comb over. This one's going to be over. Oh, my gosh. He kicked out of the signature move. I don't remember the last time someone did that, Sean.
Yeah, in all my followings here of MMWA, I don't recall anybody kicking out of. Espy is coming over to our table here, and he's getting his belt.
Well, he just wants to get intentionally disqualified. This isn't right, Tim.
No, it's not. Brandon Espinosa, what's he going to do here? He's snapping that belt there on that top turnbuckle here, Ben. Going to set up something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he wants to run AJ's head right into the belt. I would think if you're going to get disqualified, hell, just hit him with it. But Brandon wants to send some kind of a message here, and he's uncertain himself. Brandon, he's making a big mistake. He just needs to finish AJ off. He's got him where he wants him. I don't understand the delays here. This is puzzling to me.
Well, what's puzzling to me is the referee not removing the belt from the turnbuckle. Wait a minute. Oh! SB eats it and a super kick to boot. Can he get him in the ring? In the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. We got a new champion.
Unbelievable. At 8 minutes, 37 seconds, the winner and the new MMWA Junior Heavyweight Champion, A.J. Williams. A remarkable victory for A.J. Williams, and he really turned the tides on Brandon here.
Most certainly he did. Fans, don't go anywhere. Don't touch your Charter cable remote. More to come on the Wild World of Wrestling right after this. Tag team action this week on the Wild World of Wrestling. Gamble and Webb taking on Magnuson and Whitechapel.
Well, this is some new faces we're seeing in this match, Tim. Actually, Jack Gamble and John Webb coming to South Broadway for the very first time, just recently, last month. And these guys as a tag team work out west in a big promotion in Missouri you may know as WLW, World League Wrestling, one of the best in independent pro wrestling, run by former world champion 8 times over Harley race. So they certainly have credentials, and they're just trying to make their mark in St. Louis. Their opponents tonight, you see him on the left. On the outside of the ring is Michael Magnuson, also debuting last month, and his tag team partner this evening, a new face here at South Broadway. He goes by the Morbid Messiah, Jackson Whitechapel. And I don't know anything about this guy, Tim.
Absolutely nothing here on the stat sheet. The first time here at South Broadway. This is very interesting.
It is indeed, and Whitechapel tags himself out, and in comes Magnuson. It's Magnuson and Gamble. Fans, we want to remind you, if you enjoy what you're seeing right now, Saturday night, July 13th, come on out to South Broadway Athletic Club in Soulard, Missouri. Afterwards, there's going to be a party. There is every Saturday night. It's Christmas in July. You can win a gift, a George Foreman grill, Tim. I know Tony Costa's really excited about that grill.
A Fry Daddy, a waffle maker, a Brandon Espinosa t-shirt. The gifts, unbelievable.
How about that Fry Daddy there, Sean?
Actually, I've got, I may have to try and rig this thing so I can win the crock pot. I mean, my inside connections have told me that there will be a crock pot given away here, Christmas in July next month. And Sean Orleans has his eyes set on that crock pot. I may have to resort to some chicanery to obtain that crock pot.
And what a great gift. A slow cooker for the slow cooker in your lives. Anyway, back to the wrestling here. stlouiswrestling.com for more as that comes up. Jack Gamble going to work on the shoulder of Michael Magnuson. Magnuson in the camo pants once again. And Gamble, locally, we've seen him a few times in the area, and he's had some pretty stellar outings against some pretty big names. And here's a big name right here, the Morbid Messiah, Jackson Whitechapel. If that is not a mouthful enough, I don't know what is. And Whitechapel, hopefully, he's been taught to use his size in the ring. And it looks like, well, there you go. And I called it right. Props to me. Into the corner goes Jack Gamble, and Whitechapel is the ring general, to say the least, Tim.
Definitely taking this man's head off damn near. What a clothesline.
Gamble lost some money on that one. And Whitechapel's got him in a front chancery here, and he's going to throw the man right here. Double underhook suplex, and Webb can't tag. Here we go. Oh, my goodness, Sean. How do you feel about Mr. Whitechapel?
Well, it's not how I feel. All I know, what I feel is irrelevant. What Jack Gamble's feeling is intense pain to his back and to his head and to his lower abdominal regions there. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is an unknown amount of weight charging forward at full speed, and there is no give in these corners, I assure you. This ring does not move. So for a man that size, oh no! What is he doing?
Well, he's trying to drop the bomb on Gamble, and Whitechapel, whoa, oh my God, and he lands it. The bomb is dropped, baby. And he gets a kick to the head for his troubles as Webb is in there and says, hell no, sir, you are not getting a win like that. And Magnuson now comes in with a tag off Whitechapel. I think Whitechapel needs to regain his bearings after that vicious kick from John Webb.
That was a near avalanche, and instead, it goes from an avalanche to a bomb. Either way, Jack Gamble not doing so hot.
No, and he may not be for the rest of this match. Poor Gamble, look at him. And he's begging for a tag to John Webb. Fans, we appreciate you watching us here on Charter Communications channels 8 or 89, and also on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll put these episodes up as we get them. And, of course, they air on TV first, but you'll see them later on YouTube for sure. Michael Magnuson, nice gut-wrench suplex there. Right now are down. Only a 2 count. And Magnuson, I wonder how he feels. You know, Magnuson, as far as I know, is the veteran of this team with Whitechapel. And he's going up against these two guys, Gamble and Webb. These are awesome competitors. And you got to wonder what he must be thinking if he had some words with Whitechapel. Hey, dude, don't screw up tonight.
You know, they're obviously on the same page. They've been working very well together. What a great tag team match this has been from the beginning bell.
5 minutes have expired. 10 minutes remain. I agree with you, Tim, and they really have been operating very well. In fact, I dare I say, much better than Gamble and Webb tonight. And Jack Gamble, once again, in trouble. I think that Whitechapel wants to suplex him again, that double underhook. And Gamble says, no, sir, I do not want to do that again. And now he's going to the well again. And Whitechapel's going to do it. No, whoa! Oh, look at that suplex. That was remarkable strength on the part of Jackson Whitechapel, this newcomer to South Broadway. And an Irish whip into the corner. And he's going again, Sean.
He's going for the splash, and he hits the splash.
2 times in one night, man.
Jack Gamble is going to be a stain on the mat if this keeps up. And hard Irish whip. 3 times? 3 times? Is he going to hit it? Boot to the face.
Perhaps a widening of the repertoire is needed for Mr. Jackson Whitechapel. And a double drop kick from Jack Gamble. And Jack Gamble, this is his shot to get to his corner.
He definitely needs to make the tag. Fans, don't forget wrestling returns to the South Broadway Athletic Club on Saturday night, July the 13th. Christmas in July, gifts galore, and Gamble, there's the tag man.
And Magnuson in as well on the other side. Webb in. And Webb a spinning head scissors. Whoa, look at that. And Magnuson taking off balance. A Hurricane Rana successful on the part of John Webb. And John Webb going again into the corner, but he is reversed over the top. A big kick. And John Webb, he's like the Matrix, to use an outdated term. He's got every move of Magnuson before he got to, oh! And down goes Magnuson for the pin.
2 and a nonchalant cover. I think if he might have really hooked the leg and cinched it, he might have had a better shot at the 3 count. Michael Magnuson, big tough hombre. Certainly bigger than Gamble or Webb. I mean, really, the size and strength differential in this tag team match is astounding. Like, if you were picking favorites, you would definitely have to say it would be Whitechapel and Magnuson here. Back body drop attempt, reverses. Gamble kick to the gut. What's he doing here? Canadian Destroyer! Unbelievable! You could count to 20, and this one is over.
At 7 minutes, 50 seconds, the winners by pinfall, John Webb and Jack Gamble.
As Gamble and Webb celebrate a huge victory here this week on the Wild World of Wrestling. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch your Charter Cable remote. We'll be right back with more action right after this.
Our next match today here on Wild World of Wrestling, the Extreme Chaos, Jimmy D, now fighting and trading out of Boston, Massachusetts. I think he's a Red Sox fan, going up against the man who is the black with red trim here tonight, Kevin Esparza, a newer competitor here out of St. Louis, and he has his hands full tonight with the one and only Jimmy D.
Yeah, former television champion Jimmy D lost the bout last month, or lost the title last month in a pretty tough bout against Brian James. He's got his hands full with Esparza. Esparza's been training like mad these last several months. Made his own debut last month in a tag bout in a losing effort, but now he's got his singles debut, and he is he's really fancied himself a singles competitor. I managed to speak to him before. He was very happy to show off his new tights. He's been.
I saw that too.
He's been looking forward to this night for some time now.
Yeah, very good. And Jimmy D, I never thought I'd be saying this, but Jimmy D taking the young man to school, and Esparza taking down flat on his face. Jimmy D knows what it's all about. Fans, if you like what you're seeing here, remember Saturday night, July 13th. It's Christmas in July, our yearly event, where you can go home with some prizes here at South Broadway. We have a slow cooker. We have a George Foreman grill. What's the fry thing? What's that?
No, not the fry. Well, we have a fry daddy, but again, a crock pot, folks. I tell you, a crock pot. A crock pot is a modern miracle of kitchen innovation there, and you know, if you're not a good cook, a crock pot is going to be your own personal hero.
And it could be yours on Saturday night, July 13th. StLouisWrestling.com for more, guys. Oh, Kevin Esparza. Oh, my God. He almost threw his legs off with that cross body. That was amazing momentum there. And Jimmy D has to take a moment to get his breath. Oh, man. This arm lock here, Jimmy D is not going to give up to that, though. Jimmy D, this is kind of his coming out here tonight. He really has to get back in the game after losing that no DQ match to Brian James in the TV championship. He was a little demoralized, but he's not going to let it keep him down. You know, he's a determined individual. Love him or hate him, that's just how he is. And tonight, I think I'm not going to say that Kevin Esparza is an easy competitor to beat because I don't know much about him, but he's new. And that inexperience, I think Jimmy D is really going to exploit that if he can to get back into the game.
Oh, well, not only the experience factor, but, I mean, you announced the weights here. Esparza's coming in
163.
Esparza's coming in at $163, and Jimmy D's coming in at 247. That's more than 80 pounds, if my math serves me right. 80 pounds. I mean, there's overweight children sitting here in the front row that weigh more than that.
Very good call there. And guys, thanks for watching us here on Charter Channels 8 and 89. And on YouTube. Jimmy D gonna throw his man into the ropes. And it's reversed. Esparza has Jimmy D in the corner, but he cannot capitalize on it as his shoulder's gonna be hurting tomorrow and for the next week. And Jimmy D, an arm breaker takedown. And Jimmy D looks pretty confident. He looks like he's pretty comfortable right now in the ring, because he's weakening a part of his opponent's body, and that's just going to be the target for the rest of this match for sure. And last month, I want to talk a little bit about that no disqualification match between Jimmy D and Brian James. What a crazy affair that was. I was watching that on Wild World Wrestling myself, and that was quite the victory, and well-deserved, whether you agree or disagree, for Brian James, I think.
Oh, absolutely, and you can still catch that match on our YouTube channel. Just search St. Louis Wrestling, and it was a nice epic confrontation. A lot of outside the ring action. Steel chair was involved. Philly Blunt made a return. Gravedigger got involved in some capacity, but it was a non-interference fashion, so the match was allowed to continue at the time. But again, action back and forth.
I tell you, whenever you agree to a no disqualification match, you really got to have your ducks in a row, because it is dangerous. And look at this. Oh, it's over. It's over. Wow. Just like that, the crossface makes Esparza tap out.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 4 minutes, 40 seconds, the winner by submission, Jimmy D.
I know this might still be a sore spot here for some of the St. Louis fans, but this definitely was shades of the 2004 World Series. The Red Sox sweep again. Sorry, Cardinal Nation, but this time the Bostonian is triumphant. Left the crossface on as a little bit of an extra message there for the rookie. Don't mess with the D.